過ぎた季節が嘘だとしても重ねたぬくもりは嘘じゃない君が残した背中の傷跡は今もずっと甘くてだからずっと痛くて
Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leon Mookie here, and I'm back with you with another chapter of The Future Children of the Number One Hero. And in the last chapter, the kids finally took action against the Order of Chaos, with each of them, protecting their mothers from their attack, with soon everyone from Class 1A and Class 1B fighting alongside Izuku's future children as well. Not only that, them even telling them that they are his children alongside Ochako, Tsuyu, Mei, alongside Setsuna as well, with everybody shocked and surprised, especially Izuku. So, with that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? Chapter 3, Revelations. In an abandoned warehouse where two of the leaders of the Chaos Order who started the attack at UA and the other female heroines of Japan as well, with one of them being Sigma, who still has his cloak over him as he's biting the nail of his thumb, saying, damn it, they're taking so long. I thought for sure, with soon another cloaked figure as being the man known as Zeta, saying, brother Sigma, saying, what is it, Zeta? Saying, it's about the attacks. You might want to see this, as he soon shows a video on his holo tablet, with Sigma grabbing it, and through his cloak, his eyes widened, saying, what the hell is this? Soon, the news says that cloaked figures with unique quirks and support gears of mostly being villains attacking innocent civilians and pro-heroines on their patrols. Soon, they were being saved and looked after by new pro heroes. But they seem pretty too young for their own good. Most likely interns, or probably some, it looks like they go to UA, or possibly that of Shuketsu. Due to their actions, many innocent civilians and people were taken care of by these lone individuals. However, even a certain elementary school was targeted by these mysterious people. Soon after, all will be explained right after tonight. Who do you believe these villains to be? But then Sigma couldn't help but crack the solid hologram tablet. But then soon, Zeta couldn't help say, you need to control that anger, brother Sigma. Saying, control my anger? Don't make me laugh. As soon his cloak begins to spark up, as it soon begins to fade and burn away, showing Sigma's figure now, as he's being that of a well-built, muscular figure, however, wearing that of a black uniform, as he has that of a sleeveless vest, with that of a backpack that almost seems like, it has certain fluid on it. And as for his face, him having that of a regular face, however, he has quite a bit of a long nose with that of slick back hair. However, the slick back hair is that it looks like it's on fire. Something similar to burning, but on the same level. With then soon Zeta saying, oh boy, brother Sigma, you should calm down. You already burned your cloak and we still need to keep our identities secretive. Saying, why should we? If you must know, my current self is still in his early teens. If anything, I have enmity right now. And besides, it's not like they're going to believe the fact that somebody like me is already currently in my 30s. With then, Zeta couldn't help but sigh before removing his hood on his cloak, as he's quite young for his age, to be fair. And he has that of short, spiky hair, with that as he has that of a bored expression on his face. But what stands out is his, well, brightly purple eyes, with Soon saying, I get it, I truly do. Thought we had the element of surprise, but it seems like, well, we underestimated our targets. We underestimated them from being able to be strong enough to take out our members. But it also seems like they may have had help that shouldn't be here by any chance. With then Sigma looking at Zeta saying, so, do you believe that we miscalculated? That the times that we gotten were completely different? Saying, of course not. Like, the calculations we had were perfect, after all. However, certain unknown variables can happen. We of all people are able to know this, after all. Within Sigma saying, even so, we still have a mission to fulfill. Kill those bastards. However, what about the team that was planning on meeting with the Meta Liberation Front of this time? Saying, yes, about that. We... With then Sigma saying, Brother Zeta, what is it? Saying, well, it seems we lost contact with them. They haven't reported in after meeting the informant who would have led them to the Meta Liberation Army. With then soon Sigma saying, what? What do you mean you lost contact with them? With then Zeta saying, like I said, we lost contact with them. As soon as they were heading to meet the informant, it's been at least about, 2 hours. With saying, you've got to be kidding me. What the hell is going on here? Damn it! As nearing the outskirts of Masafu, as two very dead Order of Chaos members are basically stripped down, only of their, cloaks though. However, they are now lying in a puddle of their own blood, with soon Katsumi going down to them and basically cutting each and every one of their digits off their fingers, and even cutting off their faces as well. With soon Psycho saying, so, can I? No, you still need, you still don't have enough blood to replenish yourself after using your quirk right now. It's best if I take care of this instead. With soon saying, no fair. Saying, I know how much you like butchering them, but unlike you, my quirk doesn't have that of a, limit. And I preferred if my little sister doesn't suffer from anemia right now, since we still need to meet with the informant of the Meta Liberation Army right now. Saying, oh yeah, we still gotta see Mom. I'm so looking forward to it. As the ashen blonde-haired girl couldn't help but jump around within her, UA uniform. Within, Kagami couldn't help but say, here, put this cloak on. We need to meet the informant. As she soon looks at the, one of the members' old phones, with then saying, we're at least a couple, streets down. So once we head to another alleyway, we'll meet the informant for the Meta Liberation Army to gain the new recruits. Saying, okie dokie, sis, let's get going. I'm seriously excited seeing Mom's younger self. With then Psycho basically running off on her own, with the cloak in her hands and everything. With soon, Kagami couldn't help but sigh, saying, I can't believe I'm doing this. But right now, getting the Meta Liberation Army on our side and preventing the Order of Chaos from being part of their organization is the only way we're able to save, Uncle Tenko for the time being, at least for now, until Dad is the one to save him. After saying this to herself, she soon puts on the cloak and then heading to the rendezvous area. With that, soon back at the warehouse, Sigma couldn't help but began engulfing in flames a little bit before he begins to fizzle out for a bit. But soon he calms down saying, it's fine, I'll just have to step in myself. I don't mind burning down a couple of cities just so I can kill those damn wenches and that damn symbol of peace. With then Zeta saying, you may need to hold off on that, Brother Sigma. With then Sigma looking at Zeta saying, why is that? Because I've already called in reinforcements. With then Sigma couldn't help but saying, you what? But saying, I already called in reinforcements. I figured since seeing the news and seeing many of our members already being captured, it was only a matter of time until we would need some more aid. So, HQ has now sent Brother Gamma and Sister Iota to help us in this cause. With then Sigma can say they brought them, but not just them. They'll be bringing at least around 300 of our brothers and sisters to come help as well. Each, actually. So we'll have at least 600 allies aid us in this endeavor. In this time, we made sure to bring the, more needed technology. Camotech is good and all, it seems. However, even with it, it seems that we are still able to be found out. So they've bringing in the more powerful support gear. With then Sigma saying, damn it, it can't be helped. If they're bringing them and the gear, then it only means necessary. For now, it seems. How long will it be until they arrive? Well, normally, since it's time travel, it would be instant. Unfortunately, seeing I just got in contact with them today, and seeing how they haven't arrived yet, it may be a while. With Sigma basically grunting, saying, God, I hate fucking time travel. If it wasn't necessary for this damn mission, I would be more and more pissed off. With then Zeta saying, I'm sorry, but you're already pissed off, Sigma. Back at UA, around at least around 4:30, with many of Class 1A and Class 1B actually, in Class 1A's dorms, with even Monoma being there surprisingly. However, only one of them is not there, not as he's currently in his room, passed out and completely needing to sleep, as due to what happened this evening at training. That being Izuku, with everyone else hanging around in the living area of the dorm building. With soon, the entire room is quite quiet, with no one saying a peep for at least for the past 10 minutes or so since arriving, as all of them are still in their hero costumes currently right now. With soon Kaminari saying, okay, it's starting to get a little bit annoying in here, so I'm going to say it outright. Midoriya has multiple kids. With then Mineta saying, don't remind me, you bastard. With then he begins crying tears of blood, saying, Midoriya of all people, getting all those amazing babes, and what about me? I'm supposed to be a great hero? It's the ladies are supposed to cling to me instead. With soon, Mineta was expecting being that of slapped upside the head, but wasn't, as Suyu's basically in her own little world right now, as Mineta's saying, wait, Suyu? Asui, are you? With then soon Suyu saying, huh? Oh, what is it, Mineta? Saying, you're not gonna slap me upside my head because of what I said? Or basically well, tried to attempt to kill me? Saying, huh? Oh, did you say something perverted? I mean, I could. Say, no, please don't. With then Kendo saying, as much as we want to not believe it, it's basically true. Midoriya has multiple kids. With then soon Monoma saying, it's ridiculous, but it also makes sense. I mean, he's not, even though he may see himself as a kind and caring person, he's basically a selfish person that cares little for his other. With then soon Kendo knocks out Monoma. However, it wasn't just Kendo at the time. Also Setsuna alongside Ochako and also Tsuyu knock out, well, Monoma as well, surprisingly. With then Kendo looking back at the other girls, saying, oh, I didn't expect you girls to, well, come in. With all three girls pretty much blushing, with soon Ochako saying, I just didn't like how he was basically, well, talking bad about Deku. That's all. With Tsuyu not saying anything, but just riveting. With then Setsuna saying, it just felt right, that's all. With each girl's just, well, turning around. With then Kendo saying, well, damn. With soon Pony actually speaking up saying, so if that's the case, it seems like, what about that pink-haired kid? With soon everybody looking at Mina, but soon saying, hey, don't look at me. Don't get me wrong, I like Midoriya, but it's only as a good friend and all. And he's a good guy, and not only that, he's reliable, but he's not the kind of guy I like. With soon Kirishima couldn't help but sigh at that of relief before speaking up saying, so who is the pink-haired guy? With then Bakugo getting annoyed saying, isn't it fucking obvious, you damn dense idiots? It's that goggle-haired chick from the support course, after all. The girl that always blows up shit. With then soon Kamakiri couldn't help but say, you're one to talk, Bakugo. Isn't your quirk nothing but explosions? Saying, you wanna go, Mantis Face? Bring it! Within both Ida and Owas basically keeping the two hotheads of Class 1A and B separated from each other. Todoroki soon commenting saying, honestly, I can believe it. Given how much Hatsune has helped out Midoriya with both his costumes, his support gear, and many, many other things, I can actually believe that she would most likely have a kid with him. With then soon Ochako, Tsuyu, and Setsuna couldn't help but get a little bit jealous, but realize that they all have kids with Izuku. They basically blush again. With then Hiro Ren saying, and what about the blonde-haired guy, the one that looks almost exactly like Midoriya, but more, well, blondish? With then Momo actually spoke up saying, oh, right. I believe he said that his mother was Melissa Shields. Wasn't she that girl that hanged out with, well, Midoriya during our time at Island? Soon Jiro saying, oh yeah, if I recall, yeah, he did, well, spend, she was kind of, well, close with Midoriya, even if they just met. With then Class 1B's residential air bubble user, Tsubasa couldn't help but say, oh, god damn it! Honestly, I had to agree with Kaminari and Mineta about this. Midoriya is seriously a goddamn player. It's so not fair. As Tsubasa was about to rant, he was soon knocked out by, well, the quiet Yuri Kodai, with soon she still having her deadpan face before saying, could one of you say something that would be more contributing instead of complaining? With soon everybody looking at the stoic, quiet girl. Within, surprisingly, Aoyama actually spoke up saying, honestly, I truly believe it. With everybody looking at the sparkling blonde, saying, Midoriya has always been a kind-hearted and caring person, always supporting, loving, and never really stops, well, moving forward for his own goal. Don't we all recall a certain someone who was behind us now and is now currently at the top of the class. Moi actually does right now. With then Aoyama couldn't help but have that of a, well, winking eye before it began sparkling even more. With then everyone in class 1A couldn't help but look at each other. With soon Sato couldn't help but say, I guess that's true. Midoriya, if anything, it only makes sense Midoriya would have a lot of, well, kids, but then Tokiyami actually cutting in saying, personally, I can actually see him having multiple wives, or rather multiple lovers. With then everybody looking at the Chuny raven head boy, but then Shoji saying, this is Midoriya we're speaking of. You really expect the boy who's always kind-hearted and caring to everybody to, well, turn down a girl's confession or love for him one bit. With then all of the girls, especially the girls who fell for Izuku, actually look at each other before thinking of Izuku, thinking that he definitely would have a hard time trying to turn them down, and mostly not to hurt their feelings, but would end up feeling the same way as time went on. But then everybody couldn't help but smile at this before Bakugo soon saying, can we all stop talking about damn Deku right now? Don't you think we should talk about the bastards who snuck into our school again? With soon everybody, well, pay attention, realizing that Bakugo was right. That the biggest elephant in the room is the people who snuck into their school once again. With soon Shishida of Class 1B come up and say, honestly, it's quite surprising seeing villains sneak into our school so effortlessly. Is this how it felt for any of you in Class 1A when the League of Villains attacked at the USJ? With soon everyone couldn't help but nod of Class 1A. With then Sarah saying, back then it was way a lot scarier. Given back then we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into when they came. I mean, it's a good thing we all were able to handle ourselves before the teachers showed up, but we all gotta really thank All Might for showing up, if anything. Within Kirishima saying, me and Bakugo were able to handle ourselves pretty well. I mean, the villains that we fought against were nothing but low-level thugs, but to be honest, it was quite surprising that they did just show up out of nowhere. Within Monoma saying, so that's how it really felt to be attacked by villains out of nowhere. Personally, I thought that you were all just being arrogant bastards, but I guess I'll let you all have this once. I will apologize for what I said during the USJ and what I thought. With then everybody completely caught off guard and shocked with Monoma saying this. With then saying, but that doesn't mean I don't think that you all are basically arrogant, self-centered bastards. And then Class 1B will. But then soon Kendo knocked him out once again, saying, well, I thought he was changing, but I guess you can't wish for everything. With then Tetsu couldn't help but say, yeah, honestly, I'm right with Monoma on the first part. I thought you guys were just arrogant bastards, but I'm guessing anybody would be terrified at the whole villain attack. And seeing on how it happened just in front of us just about a couple hours ago, yeah, it's quite overwhelming. Which then Shota couldn't help but say, but what about those kids and the people that they were fighting against alongside us? If I recall, I think the boy with the blonde hair, Sid, his name was, said that they were originally villains that were planning on killing Midoriya and the rest of us in Class 1A. With soon Mina saying, oh, it's most likely that they're basically villains from the future. I mean, we see Midoriya as kids. It only makes sense that they're basically here to save us. With then Toru couldn't help but include herself saying, oh, definitely. It's like we're in a movie about time traveling, about descendants coming from the future to save their, loved ones and basically here to protect them from danger. With then Ojiro couldn't help but mention, if that's the truth, then why is just Midoriya's, well, future children here? Wouldn't you think that many other children from either Class 1A and Class 1B would come to help out as well? With Ojiro saying this, many of Class 1A and Class 1B couldn't help but agree with the tail user, thinking about, does any of them have future kids? With many of them blushing, some having perverted grins, and some that are just, well, not even worried about something like that. With, as for Izuku's future kids, back with the faculty of UA, as they're in that of a board meeting room, with the future children of the Midoriya family on one side, and Nezu, Aizawa, All Might, Vad King, and Midnight, alongside that of Recovery Girl as well, are on the other side. With then Recovery Girl saying, I've tested their blood basically in three times in 4 different ways. They're the real deal. They are Midoriya's children, alongside the children of 4 of our female students. 2 of them being in Class 1A, one of them being in Class 1B, and the other one being in part of the support course. With then, soon, Vlad King saying, so, it seems like you were telling the truth. With then, soon, Sojiro saying, took you fucking long enough to believe us. With then, Yumi saying, Sojiro, saying, what? I'm telling the fucking truth here. They should have listened to us when we told that we would. Not only that, we were saving their asses as well. With then Aizawa saying, you quite have the mouth on you, if I do say so. If you weren't Midoriya's son, you speak more like Bakugo than anything. With then Sojiro basically raising an eyebrow saying, isn't it obvious? Bakugo sensei was the one who taught me how to use my quirk in a more effective and more useful way than anything. And of course, I took up his mannerisms a little bit. But I am a Midoriya through and through. Matter of speech means nothing if actions can't back it up. That's something that both my sensei and dad taught me. With soon, many of the teachers couldn't help but be, well, caught off guard with Sojiro's words. With soon, Hiru speaking up as she's saying, so, now that you know the truth, do you want to basically let us go now so we can see our parents? Or do you still have other words for us? With then, soon, Nezu saying, we still have plenty of words to ask, especially about what you said about the members that came to attack our students and kill them as well. With then, Ken saying, now, I think it's a good time to finally show this. But soon, he pops out a small disc from one of his tech gauntlets. As before, he soon tosses it into the center of the boardroom table. Before his eyes begin to glow. Within, a visual hologram coming out. Within, showing the flag of the Order of Chaos, saying, this is the symbol of the Order of Chaos. At least from 29 to 30 years from now, the future will be turned to living hell. With then soon Sid saying, the Order of Chaos is an organization that's built on the backbone of those who have been abandoned by society. With then All Might saying, basically another league of villains. With soon Ren couldn't help but sigh at All Might's words. Within, Hiru couldn't help but laugh at All Might's words, saying, good one, Uncle Toshi. But unfortunately, no, nothing like that. They're 100 times worse. Within, soon, Ken saying, these members of the Order of Chaos are all people abandoned by society who feel like they have nothing left to fight for society. For example, people who've lost their families to heroes not really being in time to save them, or they've lost their loved ones to villains, or they have or they basically had been screwed over by society as a whole by either losing their jobs, families, loved ones, basically everything that made them who they were, suffering to a sense of despair to the point that there's no recovery. Then these figures soon appear, as then it being around that of 7 figures in front. These 7 figures are the leaders of the upper echelon of the Order of Chaos. They basically given up their original names and go by the title, the letters of the Greek numerals. However, there are only 6 of them currently right now, though. That being Zeta, Sigma, Iota, Gamma, Delta, and Omega. With then Midnight couldn't help but commenting, saying, but there are 7 of them, but you said that there are only 6 remaining. Who's the last one? With then Yumi couldn't help but say, the last one is called Omega. He was the leader of the Order of Chaos. With soon Aizawa saying, so was he taken out, or rather was he arrested? With then soon Sojiro saying, he was killed actually by a hero, but not just by any hero. With soon Ren actually speaking up, saying, the number 1 hero, Deku, our father, was the one who killed them. With then soon all of the teachers' eyes widening, even Nezu eyes widen, as he was completely and utterly shocked. However, the one who took this the most, as it being All Might, saying, that can't be. Young Midoriya would never kill. With soon Ken saying, that's what we thought too, Uncle Toshi. I mean, this is Izuku Midoriya, the kind-hearted, caring, and supporting person who's willing to do whatever it takes to protect people, even villains alike. You would think that he would never, ever cross that line. But, unfortunately, he did. And he wasn't. And to him, he doesn't regret it. With then Black King saying, why would you say Midoriya becomes the number 1 hero, right? Why would he take a life? With then soon Sid saying, it's because the Order of Chaos attacked us and attacked our moms as well. It was years ago. It was back when many of us were still in middle school and junior high school. Many of us were walking home, or some of us were staying back at school for after school activities. Little did we know, the Order of Chaos members were after many of us siblings. And not only that, even a few of our moms. Some of our moms decided to, retire from being pro-heroines and became somewhat housewives. However, since Dad was always in the way of the Order of Chaos, some of them had the big idea to basically attack us and our moms when he was away. Little did they know, many of us were trained ever since we were kids, not on the same level as Uncle Todoroki during his training, but at least on the level where we know we can defend ourselves and handle anyone who tries to attack us. But even our moms were able to. However, for our dad, to him, he felt like this was the one moment in his life where he failed. The one moment where he should have been here sooner than later. And after that, Dad snapped and decided to kill villains, especially those from the Order of Chaos. When it came to the final battle between him and Alpha, he didn't hesitate one bit, killing him. Within hearing that, many of the teachers were caught off guard, especially Aizawa and All Might. With All Might saying, does young Midoriya follow the same path I tried to do? I attempted to kill All for One and failed. did he? With then Ren saying, no, he did not hesitate on killing Alpha, Uncle Toshi. With then everybody looking at the long-haired brunette, with saying he did it because he didn't want to feel regretful of taking the life of the man who almost costed him not just his children, but his entirety family. No man will want to bear that pain again. With soon Nezu saying, I see. So Midoriya goes through this path. With then Ken saying, but not just him. After the number one hero kills basically half of the Order of Chaos alongside their leader, a lot of other heroes decide to get the idea of, well, killing the Order of Chaos. Not to seem like a Debbie Downer here, but a lot of good pros and heroes ended up losing their lives to the Order of Chaos. Hell, future students of UA end up losing their lives to the Order of Chaos as well. Within Midnight's eyes widening, saying, You can't be serious. Students end up dying too to these madmen? Saying, it was during our time, or some of us during our first year at UA, they attacked. Even without their leader, they still had the strength to fight back. They still had the power to wanting to destroy the world and put it into chaos. With soon, Aizawa's eyes widening, saying, you said destroying the world, not society. Not like this wasn't a group inspired by Tomer Shigaraki and the League of Villains. With then Black King saying, then why was this created? Why would a group of people want to destroy everything to the point that they would destroy the entire world? With then Ken couldn't help but say, why not destroy the world when you've basically lost everything? To them, they want everybody to feel the same pain, the same loss, the same suffering they go through. To them, destroying the world is the best way to do that. They have agents all across the world, not just in Japan, even though their main group is settled in Japan. They're able to live on no matter what. Even if you destroy the head, the Order of Chaos will continue. Many of us, some of our siblings dropped out of UA and became vigilantes to take the fight to them, alongside our moms and dad. While the rest of us here decided to stay at UA, work to become pro heroes that dad told us to become. So we still believe in dad's ideals and how he used to see the world. That's just how it is. With soon, Nezu saying, and I'm guessing many of your other siblings decided to see it how your father did, on why he wanted to kill, Alpha, was it? But then Sojiro basically pointing his index finger in that of a gun finger gun, saying, ding, 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 Mr. Chimera. With then Yumi saying, Sojiro, saying, I'm joking. But all seriousness, yes, Principal Nezu, many of our siblings aren't afraid to kill and not afraid to murder. Within Black King saying, and you are like Bakugo, and yet you haven't killed anyone. Hey, that's only something that Teach does because that's a force of habit. He literally admits that he can't stop saying it because it's the only way to amp him up, as he said himself. With then All Might and Aizawa look at each other before All Might basically pulled out a couple of $500 yens and then gave it to Aizawa, with Soon saying, well, I guess I won the bet. With Soon Sid saying, in any case, we came back in time to, prevent the Order of Chaos's last and ditch effort to put the world into chaos and make it into their own image of destroying, of seeing nothing but a world filled with despair and nothingness. And that was to go back in time and prevent them to killing our dad, our mothers, and certain pro-heroes and students that would end up stopping them in the future. With soon, Nezu saying, it makes a lot of sense. Of course, I'm surprised that technology has advanced to the point that you can make a time machine. But soon, Sid couldn't help but smirk, saying, well, of course, we made a time machine. However, time machines aren't getting the energy needed to go back in time is easier said than done. Even though technology has advanced to the point that cloaking technology is basically a normality, there's still quirks are still needed for many other things, such as needing a time quirk to go back in time. With soon, Aizawa saying, you didn't. With soon, Sid saying, now, before you overreact, Mr. Aizawa, no, we did not force Big Sis Eri to basically give up her blood for us to go back in time. She offered entirely, especially since the Order of Chaos were the ones who, well, stole her blood in the middle of the night and almost left her in a near-death life or death situation if any of our moms weren't there to protect her. With soon, within midnight, alongside Black King were shocked of hearing this. With soon, Nezu saying, so, you used Miss Eri's blood as a catalyst to go back in time. Go back and go forward. We only have a one-way trip if we want to go back to the past, go back to the future. So we need to make sure to stop the Order of Chaos to prevent them from killing our parents. With soon, Aizawa was saying, you said that you have other siblings. Where are they by now? But then Yumi saying, oh, they're most likely protecting our other mothers as well and saving them. With then All Might saying, by any chance, could you tell us on who the other women that young Midoriya gets with? Besides, well, Melissa as well? With soon, everybody look at each other. With then Hiru saying, I'll do it. As she began listing off all of the women that Izuku ends up getting with in the future. With then, Midnight couldn't help but feel somewhat down, given that she's not on that list. Vlad King is actually somewhat, well, surprised that Midoriya of all people has multiple wives, especially some being that of pro-heroines as well. With soon, All Might still completely caught off guard about all of the women that he gets, that his protege, his successor, gets with in the future. Before looking at Sid, as he realized, young Sid, with then saying, yes, Uncle Toshi, with Sid saying, your quirk, it's closer to your father's, unlike the rest of your siblings. With then Sid saying, yeah, it is. After all, it's the complete similar to my father's after all. I'm the only one who inherited, or rather, he passed it down to me. With then hearing those words, All Might could not but say, no way. He. With soon, Aizawa raising an eyebrow, looking at All Might, as he feels like he knows something about Sid Midoriya's quirk. Even though it is pretty similar to Midoriya's, it feels like too similar, like that of a carbon copy entirely. With then soon, Nezu saying, well, the blood tests are pretty accurate. If you could, we would like to meet all the rest of your other siblings and the children of Midoriya. We could even ask to bring the bring the women that are also be his future wives as well. We can get everything down, and not only that, we would also need to tell Detective Suguguchi and the police force and many of the top 10 pros about the situation that we are in as well. Within Sid saying, that would be great if anything. However, it would take too much time, and not only that, 2 of our siblings have already planning on meeting our other 2 mothers as well. With soon, Aizawa saying, figures. You're talking about the child of the problem child and Himiko Toga, alongside the child of Lady Nagant as well. With soon, Yumi saying, yeah, Saiko and Kagami, they're on their own mission to make sure to meet with their mothers and to prevent the Order of Chaos and their mission too. With then Ren basically standing up. But soon he bows his head. With soon everybody was caught off guard except the siblings. Within Hiru saying, Ren is apologizing on their behalf on not being able to make it here. After all, it's reasons on why we need to make sure that it doesn't happen. With then soon Kinchiro saying, but it's also a reason on why we want to make sure to not change too much of the timeline. Telling you guys on who we are, especially our father and mothers, who we are as well, could change a lot in the future. But we want to make sure to only invent that and keeping the Order of Chaos out of the limelight as well. But then, Nezu saying, it only makes sense. Well then, we'll make sure to contact these pro-heroines and women as well about the situation. And we hope that we can see these children of our beloved student, Izuku Midoriya. With soon saying, and I figured you all want to see your father as well. With then, every one of them couldn't help but nod. Where soon Sojiro shutting his shoulders a little bit. With Heights Alliance Class 1A, Izuku soon comes down from his room into that of the living area. With then Kirishima saying, hey Midoriya, you're up. How are you feeling, man? With soon saying, I had the craziest dream, guys. I felt like when we were all in class today, Class 1A and Class 1B were in a training session before these villains just showed up out of nowhere alongside these other heroes who looked like our age. Basically said that they were my children from the future. I mean, it had to be a crazy dream after all. With then soon both Kaminari, Mineta, and Tsubasa couldn't help but say, because it was real, you asshole! You get a freaking harem! With then Izuku's eyes basically went wide for a bit, saying, you're joking, right guys? I know it was a dream. With soon looking at Bakugo saying, Kachan, come on, tell me it was a dream. There's no way. With then Bakugo basically scoffing his head over to the side, and that's of annoyance and a little bit of jealousy as well. With soon saying, no, before looking at Ochaka saying, Uraka, please, you have to. With soon she began blushing, with then looking over, as then soon the doors open, as it's soon being Izuku's future kids. Within his as he realized, oh my god, it wasn't a dream, it was real. Before he soon Izuku.exe has now been shut down. Before Izuku's brain basically went dark once again. With then soon Tokiyami saying, well, looks like Midoriya went dark once again. Within Carawero saying, his darkness is not on our level. though, Tokiyami. With soon Setsuna saying, "You two are not helping." With then Izuku's future kids couldn't help but say, "Are we missing something?" And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to read them. Also, how did you guys like this? I was focusing more on the, well, on the order of chaos and their reasons on why they want to destroy the world. And also on the two, well, somewhat leaders of the order of chaos. Not only that, I hope you guys enjoyed the fact that I wanted to focus on Class 1A and Class 1B reacting to Izuku's, well, future kids too. Because it only seems right. I mean, we can't just keep on focusing on the kids as well. We have and the wives too. We also got to focus on the characters who are also reacting to the situation as well. So yeah. Also, please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification to keep up to date on my videos when I upload. Also, check out my Discord, my gaming channel, my main channel, and Patreon. All linked in the description below. So, with all that said, this is Yamuki, signing out. Later, guys, and take care.